Hello out there, Titania Bird here. Welcome back to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. When we last started off this episode, we met Miriam and Johannes, a shardbinder and alchemist respectively, who were traveling to try and stop another shardbinder by the name of Gebel, who apparently is trying to unleash all hell. We went through the ship as it was starting to crash, attacking a demon that had gotten in our way, gathering shard powers on there, which, while very dangerous for a shardbinder to do, is also the only thing that is going to give us the power to be able to stop Gebel once and for all. And now, here we are, having crashed on the solid ground, Miriam wide awake and in full combat form. What adventure awaits us? Let's find out, shall we?
Was this a village? What happened to it? The demons Gebel summoned?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
And now we start to get into the story proper. Arentville is where we are. The main setting of our story on the outskirts of Arentville. Mortes and a giant rat. And a bone morte. The giant rats are demons. A chest. There's morte. I didn't even have that weapon equipped.
Oh, thank you, Miriam.
Thank you for styling on him, even though you clearly have a claymore that you could have pulled out at any moment. Also, Busty Nun. Sus. Not because she's Busty mine, but just... I'm gonna shut up before I get myself in trouble.
You know who I am. And that means...
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me. As you can see, I know a thing or two about expelling demons.
An exorcist. Then we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
Okay, if you know a thing or two about expelling demons, then, why were you just standing there? What, are you trying to T-pose to assert your dominance, Dominique?
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important, but you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger, but she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the shardbinder Gebel is responsible for summoning the castle.
Yes, there's no mistake about that. He admitted as much.
What? You spoke to him?
Yes. Right before I fought the giant squid monster. Oh, that's right, you were still hiding.
Then let me get right to the point. I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one shardbinder, just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other shardbinder, after exactly 10 years.
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then?
Well, I'm not even entirely certain you're affiliated with the church, because if you are, you've certainly picked up some strange habits. See, it's a double meaning because a nun's robe is a habit.
I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam.
Right.
You don't have to. I gave Gebel my word that I would stop him. What happened here only strengthens my resolve.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Well, I mean, it's not the only thing that's on my shoulders. I mean, have you seen these bits of stained glass that got embedded in there?
Pardon me?
Oh, hello there. Are you all right? We didn't mean to ignore you.
I'm all right, thank you.
You are quite welcome. Do you have a name?
Anne.
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take you somewhere safe.
Oh, all right.
Come on, this way.
And while you're doing that, I'm just going to stand here and sashay and pose for no reason. Looks like this village got pretty well wrecked. Hopefully we can help pick up the pieces, but we'll see about that.
I did some looking around before, and this place seems secure.
Yes, agreed.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam from safe ground.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle alone?
I mean, you did see the big fuck-off sword I've got, right? I'm pretty sure I'll be okay.
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you?
Well, yes, I spent several years learning martial arts from Eastern Mystic. It's when I was training to become an alchemist. Are you?
We would only get in the way.
But that's not the point.
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please don't worry.
All right. But we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Okay, but just remember the law of equivalent exchange. And for the love of God, I want you to internalize that there is no value equivalent for a human soul. Okay? I don't want to come in there and find that you've, affixed your soul to a Dolahammer all of a sudden.
Thank you, Johannes.
I know you're strong, but be careful.
I mean, like you can lecture me on being careful in an apparent demonic war zone.
I...
Saunter, saunter, saunter. Well, let's get this chest, which has a waystone. See what that's about at a later point. Break these sconces because we can. And let's talk to Johannes.
Ah, here she is. You have to marvel at the church's resources. Look at what they've provided for us.
I know, it's incredible.
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring me and transmute them into new items. But the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. Here, I have some materials we can use. So let's try transmuting them.
And now we have a transmutation.
What are we transmuting this time?
A transmutation tutorial. So we have 4 things that we can do here. We can take materials to craft things. We can take ingredient materials, including the halite that we found, to prepare things. We can use various materials and items to enhance the shards that we get. And if we have an item called Alchemy, we can break down weapons and items into materials that we can then use to create other new items. We're not going to worry about dismantling yet because I don't think we even have any Alchemy, and we don't have anything I want to dismantle quite yet. So it's always best to start at the beginning. We can craft 3 potions using 3 small webbings and 3 melting bones that he gave us. So we're going to do that.
I'll go with this.
There, all done.
Now, it should also be noted that we can also take items that we craft and use them to create new things by extension. Most importantly, we can create new kinds of weapons. Right now, we can create a basilard. We can create a rapier, which is of a new weapon class that mostly does piercing damage. We can create a longsword, which is a more powerful sword. We can create a pelicus, which is technically a war axe, but it falls under the greatsword brand. We can create either a dull blade or a nodachi, which would give us a katana, which is a slashing style weapon. It's pretty interesting weapon. I use it a fair bit. We can give ourselves a pirate hat with our cotton and writhing limb. We've got the cotton for another tunic or another country dress, which we're doing that. We've also got the cotton to create a chemise, which is a better dress that we've got. We've got the iron and bronze where we can make scale armor. Better defense, not as great intelligence in mind. Just a plain old ring that we can forge out of bronze for an increase in defense in mind. And that's all that we can create right now. So I am going to forge us a rapier.
I'll go with this.
Out of bronze, just to get us one of those. A nodachi.
I'll go with this.
And I'm pretty sure dull blade is useful for something. But I may hold on to my bronze for that. Less mind, but increased. Does not have the intelligence bump, but bumps our strength and con and increases our luck. So, I think we're better served creating
I'll go
a
with
chemise.
this.
I'm going to go ahead and equip that.
Ooh, I like it.
So that's just automatically in our thing. Alright, now let's look under prepare. We cannot prepare any dishes quite yet. We cannot prepare any addition. We cannot use ingredients to prepare other ingredients quite yet. But the enhanced shard, we do have the ability to enhance our shards. Using the writhing limbs, we can increase the rank of either our thrashing tentacle or our cerulean splash. We do not have the gunpowder to be able to upgrade our flame cannon. At least not at this time, but it's fine. I'm going to hold on to those writhing limbs. And as I said,
Once
we
I've
can't really
transmuted
dismantle
an
them.
item, I'll pass it on to Dominique so she can carry it at the supply post for you. I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what materials. But when it comes to items I don't know about, you'll have to find a formula for me and bring it here.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted the same way as items. Each shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to make your shards more useful. Try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder, considering the struggle we've been through to survive. If you bring me the ingredients, I can use alchemy to prepare meals for us.
Why would you need alchemy to create? I mean, just cook, dude. That's not alchemy. Well, I mean, I guess you could call it kind of alchemy-like, but it's just cooking. Just call it cooking.
With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger.
Eating a new food for the first time will provide Miriam with a stat boost. That's another something for later. Also, we have our transmutation circle down on the ground. I'll just jump over that so I don't disrupt it. And our main save spot here in the village proper. Just off of the transmutation room here. Now, you can keep coming back and talking to Johannes several times, and he'll have a lot of new things to say until he runs out of new things to say. I'm going to keep that semi-organic in nature, so I'm not going to bother with that. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and equip one of the weapons that we've made. I am going to equip the Nodachi. It is of higher attack than the Claymore here. And the Katana's gimmick is that it's an upward strike. And I guess we don't have them yet. So we'll just go in here and talk to a strange nun lady. Or we could, there's some very interesting portraits you've got over here, Dominique. Some of them are, very creepy.
Dominique, what is all this machinery?
That is photographic equipment we've been working on.
Photographic?
To put it more plainly, it allows me to capture images of real life, landscapes, people.
And apparently monsters looking at that one to Miriam's right.
What? Really? Can I try it?
Unfortunately, I don't have the silver bromide I need.
I'll see if I can find it. Be right back.
Well, at least we'll have a nice sit down there for a bit. And we have Anne right here.
Oh, hello, miss. Oh, you're looking fit as ever.
And of course,
Miriam, welcome.
everybody's favorite Dami Mommy. She's even got Dom in her name.
Since this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about the supply post.
Please.
I have made arrangements so you can buy and sell items here. I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely cut off from the church's funds out here, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked. I hope you don't mind paying.
No, I understand. I appreciate you doing what you can.
I can also buy shards from you if you no longer need them.
Why?
Wait, is trade in demon shards even allowed?
Of course. The church would sooner gather them up and make certain they are purified.
I'm not entirely certain I believe you.
I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you.
Well, of course you wouldn't be permitted to sell them because you're not a shardbinder. How the fuck would you get a hold of them to begin with?
You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power, but there is a limit to how far that can go. And more importantly, if you carry a large number of shards, your body's corruption
May accelerate, but I'll find a way to deal with that myself.
Besides, there might be some guys who like boobs made out of crystal.
I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money.
You're pushing that a little hard, Dominique.
All right. I know you're looking out for me.
I think that explains everything. Now, would you like to have a look around?
Yeah, you're pushing selling the shards very hard, and considering that you're apparently a nun who is wearing a corset, that strikes me as odd. But yes, we can buy items. We can sell items that we have, or we can sell shards. I'm probably not going to sell shards. And I think Well, I'm not going to say too much.
What are you
on
looking
I
to
think on
buy?
that front. Since we've made potions, we can buy potions. We can buy ethers, which will get us back some MP, which is a good thing to do. So let's get
Is this right? Many
some of
thanks.
those. Mithridate, which is kind of your poison cure.
Is this right? Then we have a
Grab a
deal.
few of those. Holy water, which removes curses. I'm gonna
Is this right?
grab
Then we have a
those.
deal.
Stone thaw, which cures petrification. Poison. You can actually drink it and poison yourself. There's a reason you'd want to do that, but I'm going to meddle with that right now. We can buy some more waystones. A relic that takes you wherever you picture. Requires concentration. This is your escape rope.
Is this right? Then we have a deal.
This is what takes you back to the main area. Panacea, which is the all affliction cure. I'm going to go ahead and go by tabs here moving forward. Flour, eggs, sugar, which we picked a bit of, cinnamon, milk, red bean, cacao bean, baking soda, some more corn, some more rice, some more potato seeds. We actually might get some of these at some point, but not immediately. Mineral ingredients. There's the aforementioned alkahest, which is the solvent. We don't have enough to get in the alkahest right now. Sulfur, saltpeter, mercury, which I do hope is kept very well contained in a bottle and is not just splashing around like that, because otherwise we're going to have some big problems later. Sulfur, sulfate, a liquid acid, the aforementioned gunpowder that we can use to boost that flame. Ectoplasm, which we got from that ghost. Some more bronze, cotton, halites, and then some special items here. An 8-bit coin, a 16-bit coin, and a 32-bit coin. What are those for? Well, if I ever have enough money where I'm able to buy one of these, I'll tell you. Key items. There's only one key item that you can buy from this. We're not going to see it for quite some time. Then, of course, the weapons tab. We can buy various different kinds of weapons, possibly more powerful weapons, versions of weapons of what we've got, like the blunderbuss, which is a more powerful firearm, a new weapon class that we don't yet have, spears. I don't quite have enough to get a spear. Flamberge, which is the most powerful great weapon. Rosencrantz and Morgenstern, a club, which is a new weapon type represented by the mace and the Morning Star there. And then, of course, more shoes and more knives. We can actually buy rounds for our guns. Yes, apparently the church knows how to manufacture modern ammunition for some reason. Including some new rounds, hollow point rounds, which do even more damage than the SP rounds. Now, there's only a certain amount of these rounds that you can buy. It's limited partially by your money and partially by another stat that we'll come across a boost for later, but there's SP and there's hollow point rounds. Hats. There's hairbands, circlet, and Greta Garbo hats. I assume that's what it's a reference to. Let's, I might come back and buy a circlet. Armor. Tunic, leather chest guard, country crest, bronze breast guard. Yeah, with Miriam it is a breast guard. Chemise, and of course the aforementioned scale armor that we saw. Some accessories, eyeglasses, which some of these actually do show up on the character proper. Thick eyeglass lenses, another ring, and a necklace, which I think
Is this right? Many thanks.
I think I'm going to buy that. And then, of course, the scarves. go ahead and buy me.
Is this right? Thank you.
One more potion here, and that's all I can do right now.
Oh, I forgot to give this to you. It's the key to the building. You can use it to explore further in.
Thank you.
I invited the other survivors inside where it's safe. They all have troubles that need resolving, if you can spare them the time.
I'll do what I can.
I know you will. Come back anytime. I'll be praying for you.
Never in my life has anyone said I'll be praying for you, and that is meant well. Well, I'm just gonna go back and forth and grab some points here. But as you mentioned, we now have people in this area. We're gonna start by, well, one thing, equipping that necklace. We're gonna go back here and get us some more coins. And we have this old woman right here. Let's talk to her, see what she wants.
I'd rather keel over and die than spend another moment in a living hell like this one.
Wow. I mean, fuck, just at me.
Oh, don't say that.
Never you mind me, young lady. What's your name? I'm Susie.
Susie bringing the hot 2022 Oklahoman mood.
Miriam, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, I do enjoy a good meal, but I can't remember the names of the dishes I like.
I'll help you figure it out. I promise.
Yes, Susie is all kinds of mood. She doesn't want to live another day in this hellhole, but she just really would rather have a good meal right now. Craving a portable snack. She says it's perfect for when you feel peckish. If we bring this back to her, we will be rewarded with an upgraded whip called the Thorn Whip. We'll accept this quest.
I suppose I'll stick around and wait a little while longer.
And over her head, she has a picture of the very item that she's looking.
Hello. How can I help you? What are you looking to buy?
It will be up to us to figure out, according to the context clues, what exactly is
right?
it that she
Thank
wants.
you.
And
Thank you. Come back any...
I got me another rice seed just because, well, I wanted another rice seed. Now let's head back this way and talk to Johannes and also get us some more coinage.
Are you eating properly? What are we transmuting this time?
Check-in preparation. Okay, so rice ball is what she is wanting, and we are going to need some rice for Johannes to be able to cook those. We have the seeds, but we do not have them. So we will need to get those to anything that we can craft, stuff that is available to us. Well, we now have the recipes for ether, mithridate, holy water, that kind of fun stuff. But, no.
Johannes, can you tell me more about what happened 10 years ago?
Oh, right. I forgot he's got more story stuff for us.
It started when the interests of the rich shifted away from the spiritual and esoteric in favor of more material investments.
And then they really got into this invention called capitalism.
The alchemist's research was expensive. The guild members didn't want to lose their wealthy patrons, so they warned again and again that demons would come if people let go of their spirituality.
So what you're telling me is that the alchemists were the prototypical evangelical Christians.
But people don't change that easily. So the alchemists took a more drastic measure.
I don't know. I think things would have been fine. Well, maybe not the capitalism part, but otherwise pretty fine.
You mean us? The Shardbinders?
Yes. It shames me that I was even connected to what they did. But at least you have the facts of it.
It's all right. Thank you for telling me.
Alright. Well, let's I'll smash these sconces and get the coin. And talk to this woman here.
You there? It was awful. Those monsters came out of nowhere. We ran for dear life.
Where are the others?
Dead, most of them. My dear husband included.
With that accent, I would have thought you'd say, "Me dear husband."
Those devils have to pay. Those murderers. You look strong, miss. I'm begging you. Help me.
So what you're saying is that you're contracting me to perform hits on demons.
If it's within my power.
Oh, thank you. My name's Lindsay. What's yours?
Miriam.
Well, Miriam, I'll gather whatever information I can about the monsters that wronged us.
Yep, I am now a demon hit. I am now a demon hit woman.
I want you to hunt down the monsters and take vengeance on them. The efforts won't go unrewarded, I promise you that.
All right. I'll do it.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
First quest from her: avenge the death of Lindsay's husband. Avenge Lindsay's husband's death by killing the demons responsible. Our target that we have to take care of is to kill 5 Mortes. Come back to Lindsay, will then receive 3 rings as recompense.
Help my husband rest in peace. Kill that murderer dead!
And there's your meme line for the game. Oh, we know where we can find quite a few Mortes. But, what is this?
I'm glad me fields are rid of those monsters. But they're in a terrible state. I'll need to replant everything.
What will you grow?
Well, I haven't decided yet. Where are my manners? I'm Harry.
Miriam.
Tell me, Miriam, do you have anything I might be able to grow? Because if you let me do the farming, I'll give you your share of the harvest, and you won't even have to lift a finger.
Oh, all right. I'll keep an eye out.
I hope that these grounds are very magical and allow things like rice and potatoes to just up and sprout overnight.
Good. I'll be waiting in the fields.
Or perhaps in a matter of minutes. Have some rice seed.
Can you plant this?
Sure, I'll get to work.
Alright. Well, we got some rice growing and, we have this lady.
What a bloodbath. We were slaughtered. But you're not like us. You're strong. I saw you fighting.
And anyone who can do kicks like that in a skirt as yours is definitely brave.
Oh, it was more luck than skill.
Oh, humble too. My name is Abigail. What's yours?
Miriam.
Well, Miriam, might I ask you a favor? I want to give the dead a proper burial.
Of course.
But that's not going to be possible for some. In the very least, though, I'd like to bury some keepsake for each of them. A Valkyrie like you should have no trouble finding such things.
Well, when the battle is lost and the slain ones are chosen, a Valkyrie like me will bring them home.
Can I count on you? I'll see that you're rewarded.
Blind Guardian reference, by the way, if you didn't know.
I'd be happy to do it.
Thank you. Then, let me show you.
When the battle is lost and the slain ones are chosen, Valkyries will guide us home. In memory of Catherine, bring a memento to Abigail. She wants 1 tunic. And when she does that, we'll then get 5 rice. Well, you know, we're kind of need some rice for another things.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure we're not using our tunic right now. Yeah, we're not using our tunic because we've got the chemise equipped.
How are you?
Getting by.
So we'll tab over to our armor tab. And over the tunic, which we have a handy reminder of right at the top of the screen.
Here's what you asked for.
This is it. That's one more villager we can lay to rest. Here's your reward.
Rice.
This is the keepsake I'm looking for.
Right. I'll see if I can find it.
Now let's go ahead and get the other one. We need to bring one ring to Abigail, which we'll have 3 of those after we deal with Lindsay's thing, and we'll get another safe ring if we do that, which, again, is probably just going to sit in our inventory because I have no interest in picking it up. Piss off, rat. By Mortis. Back on the ship, which is somehow rocking despite having run aground. By the way, just as a brief mention, thank you, sailors, for remembering to give your figurehead a dress. Crack. Kinda bit slow on the swing sometimes. Not as slow as the great weapons, obviously, but a bit. I don't know why I like jumping into the shards. I just do. Summon rat. Call forth a giant rat. Set it upon foes. Sadly, for those of us who are fans of Aria of Sorrow, there are no attack kittens in this game. I know, I'm sad too. Or maybe you're just a fan of Proton John. I regret to inform you that there are no attack kittens.
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Alright, well, we got the check mark there, so let her know.
Good work. Here's your reward.
Got 3 rings.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
And now we come to a little interesting factoid for those of you who aren't aware about this particular chain of quests. Every single one of the people involved in these quests are named after Castlevania characters, because Iga is nothing if not a cheeky bastard. I say that with all due affection. 3 dull hammers to avenge Lizzie's little sister Rosalie. I'm going to get 3 Uni Rice Bowls as a result.
Help my little sister Rosalie rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Annette. Avenge Lindsay's cousin Annette by killing the demons responsible. Gieramund ×4, and if we do that, we'll get some hemp, which, no, is not a cooking ingredient.
Help my cousin Annette rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Avenge the death of Lisa! Lindsay's neighbor Lisa's death was perpetuated apparently by Savnox. And if we manage to complete that and come back to her, we will gain a Brigandine armor, which, fun fact, is a type of armor that I don't No, wait, no, it's studded leather armor that actually exists. Brigandine
Help my
stick.
neighbor Lisa rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
And last but not least, for what we can take right now, avenge the death of Dr. Simon. No last name given. We're looking for 4 Barbatosts. Wow, I said that crazy. 4 Barbatoses. No idea what the plural of that should be. Anyway, if we do that, we'll get some saying.
Help Dr. Simon rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
And now that we have the rings, let's go back to Abigail.
How are you, Miriam?
Getting by.
Switch over to the ring tab. Give her one of those.
Here's what you asked for.
This is it. That's one more villager we can lay to rest. Here's your reward.
And we got a safe ring, which, again, we will not use for any reason.
This is the keepsake I'm looking for.
Right. I'll see if I can find it.
Right. In memory of Noel. We need to bring her a brigandine, and we will get some pizza.
Thank you.
Right. Let's do our traditional smashing of the sconces. I talked to Johannes.
Are you eating properly? So, what'll it be?
Well, I'm about to. Let's make us 4 rice balls. As you can see over on the left-hand side, there are special bonuses that various different foods give us whenever they are consumed. In this case, we're making enough rice balls where I can have at least one myself, as well as make one for Susie. And when we do that, we will gain plus 10 max HP and plus 2 Constitution. These do stack up over time, so with all the various different foods and recipes you get, you can get nice little bonuses to all of the various different things. So,
I'll go with this.
use our rice and our ally.
Great.
And we still have 1 piece of rice left.
Oh, about the castle. It may not be much help, but let me tell you what I know. The castle itself was summoned from hell, demons and all. But the site it rests on is where the Alchemists Guild once lay. So you may find traces of our facilities intermingled with the rest.
Well, that's convenient.
Now that you mention it, I do remember seeing an area dedicated to the study of Eastern mysticism.
Yes, and another of us was researching how to create giant organisms.
I wonder if that's going to play a role later.
Anyway, just be mindful of the facility's existence. The knowledge may keep you out of harm's way while you explore.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, let's head this way, and I just trampled right over the transmutation circle. Because I want to save. Not because we're ending the episode, mind. But just wanted to do that. Get my
Scrumptious.
HP and con boost. Let's go talk to Susie. Let's get that coin.
Did you bring it?
Offer a meal. Yes. Milady, please have your rice balls. Or, as old 4Kids would have called it, have a jelly donut.
That's it. How did you know? Oh, I can't wait to try it.
Ma'am, if you have had onigiri before, you are a very well-traveled woman.
Oh, it's delicious.
Save some for me?
You just had some, Miriam.
I feel a little better. Thank you, miss.
You're welcome. Don't give up. You're going to get through this.
If I can get through this, I can get through anything. The Thorn Whip. Which, as previously mentioned, is a better version of the whip and is actually slightly better than the Nodachi that we were carrying. Yeah, and like I said, pretty wide swinger. Not very fast though.
Is there anything else you'd like to eat?
Yes, actually. But hang it all, I can't remember what it's called.
I'll help you figure it out.
Right. Something irresistible. He says it's round and topped with something gooey and stretchy. If we return that to Susie, whatever it may be, we will be rewarded with convex glasses and accessory.
I suppose I'll stick around and wait a little while.
Round, doughy, gooey. No idea what it might be. By the way, also all of these weapons have very different hitboxes. For the whip, if you're too close to it, it's not really going to hit too well. At least not until it whips around you. But, you know, I think now is a good place for us to save and pause. And when we return, whenever we return next, we'll be leaving the miniature village of Arentville, heading into Castle proper. So until then, whenever we meet again, later y'all.